Welcome to Session 4. In this lesson, we'll explore Blender's workspaces from the top menu bar and understand what each one is designed for. Workspace 1. Starting Point. Layout. When you launch Blender, it opens in the Layout workspace by default. I have chain-animation.blend open, and I'm currently in camera view. Press numpad 0 to toggle out of it. In Layout, you'll see 4 panels: Viewport, main working area; Outliner, top right, shows your scene's collections and objects; Properties, bottom right, object and scene settings; Timeline, bottom, for playback and keyframes. Workspace 2, Modeling. Click Modeling on the top workspace bar. Notice the mode automatically switches from Object mode to Edit mode. Here you typically see 3 panels: Viewport, center; Outliner or Collections; Properties, right below the outliner. Workspace 3, Sculpting. Go to Sculpting for organic forms like faces, creatures, and cloth. The mode changes to Sculpt mode. You'll again see 3 panels: Viewport, Outliner, Properties. Workspace 4, UV Editing. Open UV Editing to prepare meshes for texturing. On the left, you have the Image Editor to unwrap and view UVs. On the right, you have the 3D Viewport to select and unwrap geometry. You still have Outliner and Properties on the right side as part of the standard layout. Workspace 5, Texture Paint. Switch to Texture Paint to paint directly on your model. On the left, you'll see the Paint or Image Editor. On the right, you have the Viewport for painting on the 3D model. Outliner and Properties remain available. Workspace 6, Shading. Go to Shading to assign and build materials. The Shader Editor sits at the bottom for node-based material setups. On the left, you have a file browser to quickly bring in textures. An image viewer is available for inspecting images. Outliner and Properties are on the right as usual. Shading is crucial. You'll use it constantly for look dev. Workspace 7, Animation. Open Animation to set up and polish motion. You see 2 views, a camera view and a regular viewport. At the bottom is the timeline for keys and playback. Outliner and Properties are on the right. Workspace 8, Rendering. Click Rendering to review output. This workspace provides a render display so you can focus on final frames and results. Workspace 9, Compositing. Go to Compositing to combine and enhance rendered images, similar to After Effects. You'll layer and process images node by node. We'll dive deeper into compositing in a later session. Workspace 10, Geometry Nodes. Open Geometry Nodes for parametric modeling and procedural setups. This is where you'll build reusable, non-destructive tools for modeling and motion. We'll explore this in detail in future lessons. Workspace 11, Scripting. Finally, scripting is where Blender's Python integration shines. You can write, open, and execute Python scripts directly inside Blender to automate tasks and build tools. We'll explore this later as well. Adding more workspaces. Plus. Click the plus icon next to the Workspace tabs to add preset layouts. General, multiple options; 2D animation, 4 panels tuned for grease pencil; sculpting, 2 panels; VFX, 4 panels for tracking and effects; video editing, 2 panels for cutting and audio.
Beyond Blender's default workspaces, we can build our own custom workspace layouts. Switch to the Layout workspace. You may notice the Screencast Keys overlay is missing. Press N to open the 3D Viewport sidebar. Find Screencast Keys add-on panel. Turn it off, then turn it on again. Press N to close the sidebar. The overlay should now be visible. This toggle is a known quirk. A quick off-on restores the overlay. Click the plus icon next to the Workspace tabs. Choose Duplicate Current. Rename the new workspace to Sculpting, your custom workspace. You're now editing a safe copy without altering the original layout. Meet the Secret Editor Type button. In any panel, go to the top left corner and click the Editor Type selector, the Secret button. This menu lists 23 editor types grouped as General, 9, Animation, 6, Scripting, 3, Data, 6. In the main window, currently a 3D viewport, change it to File Browser. The entire panel becomes a file browser you can use to navigate assets. Add a new right-side panel, Vertical Split. Hover over the vertical border of the file browser until the cursor becomes a double arrow. Right-click, choose Vertical Split. Move the split line roughly to the center and click. In the right panel, set Editor Type to 3D Viewport. Result: left, File Browser, right, 3D Viewport. Add a new bottom left panel, Horizontal Split. In the left File Browser panel, hover on its bottom border until you see the double arrow. Right-click, choose Horizontal Split. Place the split where you want and click to create a new bottom left panel. In that bottom left panel, set Editor Type to UV Editor. Result: bottom left, UV Editor, top left, File Browser, right, 3D Viewport. You still have outliner and properties on the right side and a timeline across the bottom from the original layout. Click the editor type of the timeline area, bottom. Change it to Shader Editor. Result: you now have UV Editor, File Browser, 3D Viewport, Shader Editor, plus outliner and properties, a great modeling and look dev layout. Save your layout with the file. This saves the current workspace layout with your blend. To reuse this layout every time, File, Defaults, Save Startup File. If you want to remove a panel and give it space to a neighbor, hover over the border between two panels, right-click, choose Join Down. Join Down removes the bottom panel and expands the top one. Join Left removes the left panel and expands the right one. The other way to merge panels is move to a panel corner until the cursor shows a crosshair. Click Drag into a neighboring panel to split it. Release to confirm.
Bring mouse to bottom right corner, and when it turns hairpin, click and drag down, and this will merge the two panels. Repeat the same to merge the bottom shader editor with the 3D viewport.
Now you are given with a challenge. Build a 4-panel view: top, front, right, and camera. Each a 3D viewport. Take your time, pause the video, and give it a try. Okay, I think you have done it. If not, just follow the next steps. On the Sculpting Workspace tab, double-click. Rename it to 4 panels. Bring the mouse to the edge. When it turns double arrow, right-click, choose Vertical Split, drag mouse to the center, and click to confirm. Now bring the mouse to the corner in the top right panel. When it turns hairpin, drag it up to create a new panel. Similarly, on the left panel corner, bring the mouse. When it turns hairpin, click and drag to split it vertically. You should now have a 2x2 grid, 4 panels. Ensure all 4 panels are 3D viewports using the editor type if needed. Set views using the numpad. Top left, numpad 7 equals top view. Top right, numpad 1 equals front view. Bottom left, numpad 3 equals right view. Bottom right, numpad 0 equals camera view. Press 5 in each panel for orthographic if you prefer orthographic view in top left, top right, and bottom left. File, Save to store this 4-view layout with your blend. You learned about different Blender workspaces, how to duplicate workspaces, switch editor types, split or join panels, and save custom layouts with your file. Next session will focus on the 3D viewport.